Welcome to another one of my 3 questions about social media interviews. We are back at Vapiano. It's getting slightly dark, so hopefully the light will be fine. And I'm here with Jane Tyson. Jane, welcome and thank you very much for participating.
Thank you.
Jane, we've had this discussion before and I find it difficult to identify what you're doing. You're very entrepreneurial, you're an educator. What else would you like to add as what you're doing?
I guess underlying all I do is encouraging people to be creative and exploring resilience through creativity.
Great, and you also have a series on random dialogues where you interview people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's a secret, but I was interviewed as well. Jane, the famous 3 questions about social media. What are the best, most effective social media platforms that you are using for yourself?
Instagram's a lot of fun at the moment. I'm enjoying Instagram. I used to put everything into one page, one profile, and recently I've split that so that I'm clearer with, I'm doing resilience mentoring for resilient parenting and resilient families. I'm doing yoga for families. I'm also doing my random dialogue, so it was easier now to split that and then build a different audience perhaps for each group.
All that on Instagram.
Yeah, I've created. I think it's 5 accounts you're allowed to use. So I've played around with having one account and trying to do it all in one platform, and then realised it's just too, like you say, it's confusing.
Right. So, and that I think would hold for other platforms as well. If you do different things, have a different account for each of the things you do, be it business or not.
Yeah, on Twitter I've discovered the same idea as well. I've got 3 or 4 accounts on Twitter for the different things I've been involved with, and so you have building a different audience, you're building different stories around those different names.
Yeah. You're also on LinkedIn and Facebook?
Yes, LinkedIn I'm sort of not so having so much fun on, but I think LinkedIn's big and I'm beginning to understand it more, and I can see that actually again with all of these things it's about engaging with others. What
are the type of medium, the type of communications you put out on these platforms? I mean, to clarify, is it text, is it images, whatever?
It varies. I mean, I learnt this week actually that I thought LinkedIn again was good for using video. I thought most platforms were great if you used video. But I learnt on LinkedIn actually it's text only gets the biggest reach.
Do you use video?
I use video, yes. I obviously create random dialogues and use video. Sometimes I might go to my allotment and I'll just decide to do a video about my allotment. It's very much in the moment with me. I'm not a great one for, I'm a bit random. But it depends, if I'm feeling in a creative mood, I'll create a video.
Does video, I have to ask these questions of course, does video pose any particular problems for you?
Well, again, as we've discovered today, it's getting the lighting right, the setup right. If I'm trying to do it properly, it causes problems. If I'm just having a bit of fun and doing my own thing without worrying about who my audience is, because I just enjoy doing the videos, then no.
And you shoot your videos with your phone?
Yeah, I use my Samsung Android, yeah.
So basically, you can do video fairly easily without a problem, and if you want to achieve certain effects, of course, then you have to edit a little bit.
Yes, and I've just bought a cheap tripod from somewhere called Tiger for £3 Poundland, even do selfie sticks, and I sort of just carry those around in my bag. So I've just got them if I do a quick interview with somebody, or if I'm just in the mood for doing a video or filming something, just...
Okay, great. And the next question is, what are your 3 top tips for people who want to be active on social media?
I think it's key to be socialising on social media. It's sociable, that you're engaging with others, you're adding value for them and supporting other people that you know, and also it's when you meet people face to face, it's the key. You've met them online, but actually you're looking to meet them offline, and that's where the power is, in the connection.
What do you understand by being sociable on social media?
Well, reading what people have written and commenting on it, not necessarily selling yourself or your purpose, but just sort of like asking them a question or just answering something they've written. Because on most platforms you comment and that will get seen by other people as well.
So basically just engage with what other people put out, not just put out your own stuff all the time.
Yeah, and I think it takes energy to put out your own stuff, and it can be, it get lost, particularly on somewhere like Twitter, it gets lost. Instagram, you might get a few likes, but I think people are still looking in at your stuff. It doesn't mean they have to be liking it and engaging with themselves, but it still creates I guess you're playing it forward, sometimes leaving a bit of a trail of social media.
And if people want to get in touch with you either about any of your resilience streams or the random dialogues, what's the best way of getting hold of you online?
JaneTyson.co.uk actually takes you to my LinkedIn profile. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn.
I will put this up in the video and underneath in the text. Jane, thank you very much for taking the time off and being on the 3 Questions interview.
Thank you.
Bye-bye and see you in the next video.